down, up, down, up, down. For more massive traps, increase prowess in the boardroom, the bar room, and the bedroom. We're back here at Destination Dallas. This is part 2 of the trap series, and we really appreciate all the likes, shares, subscribes. We're very grateful for that, and we know it's going to help you build some huge traps. So the part 1 episode, like we talked about, you can either do this workout in consecutively, so you can go anywhere from like 3 to 6 weeks in a row, move on to 3 to 6 workouts in a row, move on to part 2, and then do that in part 3 and so on. Or you could do this in a cyclical manner where you cycle one workout after another. Okay, so today's workout, what we started off with was the farmer's walk. We used a little different apparatus. It was about the same weight, and if you're using it, most of you will be using the same apparatus, but there was just too many people in the way inside, so we'd go outside and we used that one instead. So just if you started off with the first workout, for you, use the same weight you did on the farmer's walks. Instead of going 30 seconds like last week, this week we go 45 seconds in a row. So 45 seconds straight on the farmer's walk. Use your straps on the farmer's walk. We are not testing grip here. Okay, immediately followed by high shrugs on the calf raise. We're going 12 reps this week, all the way up, all the way down. Hold the top for a 3 count, and that is the first superset. So the time in between the superset is just moving from point A to point B, i.e. farmer's walk to the high shrugs. Okay, next, we went on to the band Y raise. We went 3 sets of 12 on the band Y raise, okay? Followed up by another lower trap exercise, and that is the straight arm shrugs. Okay, we got these from Jim Stepani actually, and you want to support your body on the dip bars with your arms straight. Okay, so you want to not bend your elbows and allow your body to sink as low as you can, then use your lower traps to pull your scapula down, which will raise your body up. Try to raise your body as high as possible, then lower it down and repeat, and that will hammer your lower traps. On those, we did 3 sets of 15, and since most of you have never done these before, I do not believe you will need any additional weight beyond what God's given you, your body weight. So we got these from Mike Gittleson, legendary strength and conditioning coach brought in to minimize concussions in the NFL. So what you're gonna do on these is, as you can see as JJ's doing it, you're gonna sit up on a bench and you're gonna grab the bottom of the bench with just behind your hip with the hand you're not shrugging with. So what this is gonna allow you to do is stay up tall and have good posture, okay? Then what you're gonna do, allow the side you have the dumbbell in to drop down as far as possible. This puts a stretch, it's like an eccentric load on your upper trap, the side you're working there. So because you're leaning, it puts an intense isometric contraction on the trap you're not working. So then from there, you're gonna shrug up the dumbbell as hard as possible, and you bring your ear to your shoulder. So basically, we've talked about the different types of contractions here. Obviously the traps work very well isometrically. They're getting that here. On the side you're not technically working, you get the eccentric load, and then you obviously get the concentric when you lift the weight up. So that's pretty cool. You're overloading all that. Great upper trap. You're gonna build huge upper traps. This thing, you do not want to do these too heavy. This is called the GITTLESON shrug. And what we did here is named after a legendary strength and conditioning coach, Mike Gittleson. Apparently this exercise was developed, he's a consultant for NFL teams to help with concussions. Obviously, strong neck and traps, first line defense against concussions. And a lot of you guys are gonna be playing in the NFL, but I know we got a lot of bouncers watching the channel. We always honor the profession. Great exercise for that. If you don't feel it, kill it. You wanna do these exactly right. So you got your real heavy weight on the farmer's walks. You got your real heavy weights on the high shrugs, okay? The next we did is the mid traps, okay? So we did the incline shrugs. You're gonna do those 3 sets of 15 reps. Get up, you wanna hold the contraction for about a 2 to 3 count there. And just like you saw these last week, nothing different here. And we don't need to change these movements a ton because nobody really trains their upper and lower traps. Their mid and lower. A lot of people train their upper traps, but not many people do mid and lower directly. So it's not like we need, like a ton of variety here, okay? So then we finally finished off with a finisher. Sounds innovative. But anyways, what we did there is a JJ walk with 40-pound dumbbells for a half mile. Okay, and what you want to do on these is keep time. So this took 9 minutes and 57 seconds for him to complete. And every time if he drops a weight, we stop, he starts. He actually didn't drop the weight though, because what I'd allowed him to do is to wear straps, okay? Because again, we're not trying to work the grip here. So if you have a grip issue and you want to really work that, you could do some of these finishers without straps. But we are trying to directly train the traps as hard as possible. And they work, obviously they're working hard isometrically. They work very well under long times under tension. This is a bit extreme, but you know, it's a holistic muscle building approach, and it's going to take some extreme training for extreme results.
Brutal. You don't realize it. You don't expect to feel it in that area, but immediately, I mean, when the fatigue set in, first sign of that was, you know, upper mid traps, I was starting to feel it. Yeah.